So Barack Obama is out on the stump. He's out on the stump for Hillary Clinton. I'm joined here by comedian Ron Placone, Jim Earl, and Hank Thompson. You hear him, you don't see him, you will see him soon.
Hi, it's me.
Barack Obama's out on the stump, and everybody was going crazy. I was watching MSNBC yesterday, and every show must have showed, 59 minutes of Barack Obama's speech. So he's out stumping for Hillary, and I only could really stomach about 30 seconds of it because everything he says is unbelievably hypocritical. So, when you're defending corruption, you sound like what he sounds like, a hypocrite. So here he goes, and they're talking about Donald Trump, and people are saying, here's what he has to say. Oh, he polls high? That's people say, oh, he polls high.
And when the interviewer asked him, well, why do you support this guy? He's a strong guy. Look, he's got an 82% poll rating. Well, yes.
So they're talking about Putin right now. Oh, he's a strong guy. He's got why do you like Putin? That's what he's saying. Oh, he's got an 82% poll rating.
I was wondering who he was talking about.
Saddam Hussein had a 90% poll rating.
So he goes, no, Saddam Hussein had 90%, which is a great line. Obama's good with a live audience.
If you control the media and you've taken away everybody's civil liberties and you jail dissidents, that's what happens.
Okay, let's stop. When you control the media, Barack Obama, you know who controls the media? 6 companies in America control the media. And you know who those 6 companies are? Of course you do, because you're in bed with them. So the people who control you, your donors, control the media. You do control the media now. The people who control you control it. And you go, oh, let me listen to it again. What did he say? What were all the horrible things he said?
I mean, if you control the media and you've taken away everybody's civil liberties.
Oh, let me think about that one. There's a thing called the surveillance state. I don't know if you guys heard of it. That he's in charge of. It's called the NSA. They're spying on everything. They've done it. What he just said, they've done it. You take away everybody's rights, you've done it. They have indefinite detention. Barack Obama repealed. I'm going to say it again. He repealed habeas corpus, meaning the government can now put you in jail without charging you forever. That was in the Magna Carta. You know why? Because the people knew that governments were tyrannical, and the way to shut up a dissident is to just jail them without charging them. So then they put that in, hey, you have to charge someone and give them a speedy trial. Barack Obama got rid of that. And now he's wagging his finger at somebody else that does it. And what's the third thing?
And you jail dissidents.
Oh, you mean like Private Manning, who revealed all the war crimes that you're doing? Or Edward Snowden, who revealed your surveillance state, your unconstitutional, illegal surveillance state. So all those 3 things he just said, I'm sick of it. And that's why I'm not a Democrat. And that's why I can't support this bullshit Democrats anymore. Because they're authoritarians, they're right-wingers, they're in bed with the people they're supposed to be fighting. And whenever he makes a speech like that, it turns my stomach. And everybody on MSNBC is sitting there jerking themselves off watching this all fucking day yesterday. Oh my God. Everything he says is almost 100% full of shit. But he says it pretty. Right now, he's pushing the TPP. Right now, this motherfucker is pushing the TPP. And the MSNBC is playing these videos like he's our savior. Oh, that's right, because the people who own MSNBC also want the TPP. That's right, and that's why none of you cowards say anything about it. That's why you let Ed Schultz get fired for talking too loudly against it, and you didn't stand up. What do you think about that? That grosses me out when I hear Barack Obama say crap like that.
Well, when I hear him say stuff like this and I hear him pointing fingers, like my initial response, and you kind of hinted at this, my initial response was, okay, if you're going to talk like this, if you're going to use these talking points, do the right thing now and pardon Edward Snowden, especially with the movie coming out. It's time. And Manning, it is beyond time. He handled that situation horribly from the outgo. It should have been a political offense. It was never treated as such. And he, of all people, Barack Obama, should have known better. So, okay, you want to say stuff like that? That's fine. Do the right thing then and pardon these people before you get out of office.
You're correct. Also, Barack Obama's administration is prosecuting journalists at a record pace, way more than anybody else has ever prosecuted journalists and whistleblowers. So I can't stomach Democrats anymore. I can't stomach this stuff. I can't stand there and pretend that he's not what he is.
Well, it's particularly galling considering all the things he said about Hillary Clinton in 2008.
Yes.
Which are the opposite of what he's saying now.
Opposite of what he's saying now. I saw the stuff he said in 2008. I still believe it to be true. All of a sudden, he doesn't believe it to be true. All of a sudden, Hillary Clinton got better in the last 8 years. She got worse.
And speaking of gutting habeas corpus, her husband did that in 1996.
And 96 is when they got rid of habeas corpus?
For felons, for people in prison, like a few 100,000 people.
Really?
And yes, in the, what was it?
I thought the habeas corpus got repealed with the Barack Obama. Okay, but it's repealed
that
either
was for
way.
a certain section of
Oh, so it was another section?
It was prisoners.
Oh, okay.
It was the Emergency Death Penalty Terror Act.
Okay.
Or something to that effect.
Well, and if we're talking about media control, 1996 is a fun year, too, because that's when the Telecom Act got passed by the Clinton administration.
And that's when we went from 50 giant media companies down to 6. That's why we're on the internet. That's why you have to come to YouTube to get your news, right? Because everybody at the news stations are in bed with the people they're supposed to be exposing. And when they do expose them, they fire them. Even at lefty liberal MSNBC, Phil Donahue told us about the Iraq war was bogus. They fired him. Ed Schultz told us the TPP was bogus. They fired him. So I can't stand this stuff. And the media's fallen down. Even the lefty media, oh, look how great it. Do your job. Make him a better president. Criticize him about the horrible stuff he's doing right now. But they won't.